So a bit of a funny one. I'm just parked up here in Gin. I moved out of the showgrounds. I was going down to a kind of like a hip camp on 4 acres, only about 10 k's down the road. And I'd had a couple of meetings this morning with Karen, Tanya, and others over Zoom. So having Starlink and the Watt fired up was really important. So about midday, I just decided to head down there. It was only going to take 10 minutes. And when I got there, beautiful property, would be amazing to stay at, and 4 acres, but set in amongst big gum trees. And when I spoke to the gentleman last night, he said, look, there is a bit of a path south, which is the way Starlink faces. And it should work, but I drove in and I really need, for the rest of the day, I really need stable internet or stable mobile connection, of which there was no mobile connection. It was basically zero. There was like 1 bar of 4G, and the chance of having a stable Starlink was pretty low, because even though Starlink can find the satellites through the trees, if you're on a voice call and using internet to make a voice call, it's very, very patchy and can actually have, not that they are dropouts and it comes back on, but you can have half a second of no conversation. And I just wasn't willing to take that risk. And for me, this is what I'm doing now. So I need to have stable internet. And if there's no mobile connection, then I need to have clear line of sight to pick up Elon Musk's satellites. So for the rest of the day, I'm just going to park up here. Still a beautiful little spot. My caravan is completely set up. I'm just parked in one of the back streets. The local swimming pool is just here. And I'll park up here for the day and then start heading back south, probably to Childers. Maybe I'll find a spot there. Quite often that fills up fairly quickly. Or I may drive all the way through to Maryborough and stop in there for a couple of nights before heading to Dylan and Ash's place for the weekend. So I think I've got food, but anyway, so yeah, it doesn't always go to plan, but I'm really, really mindful now that work is, top tier important to me, and having that stable connection, because I'm working completely remotely. And Karen Avalonia, who I'm working for, has given me her good graces to do this, and I'm very, very aware that moving around, I've got to be ready to go and ready to move. So a couple of things: stable internet, and I won't be moving in the middle of the day. It just sort of happened this way today, but it actually won't happen again. I've done all my moves sort of early in the morning, and I could get there and still be able to make a second move. So anyway, there you go. It doesn't always go to plan. I'm still parked up in a beautiful spot. I've still got my beautiful caravan. It'll just be this afternoon where I start heading south. So there you go. Over and out.